So give me around 30 to 40 minutes to explain about CPA and enrolled agent, both the courses. Basically, we are going to discuss what is a CPA and EA program, who should be doing, what will be the opportunities if you will be doing these programs, then what will be the cost, what will be the duration, and how Saraf Academy will be able to help you in doing these programs. Now, the first thing comes in our mind, whether we should be doing Indian courses, Indian CA, Indian CMA, Indian Company Secretary, or international courses. No grudges with anything. All are very good. Indian courses also, international courses also. The major difference is that international courses we can do along with job, along with other responsibilities. Do we want to say that international courses are easier to crack? No. Not a single international course which is recognized is easier than Indian CA or CMA to pass. Don't think like that. The system flexibility is there which makes them easy. That in Indian CA, you need to appear for one group exam, 4 papers, or maybe 2 group exam, 8 papers. And if you fail in one paper, then the entire group you need to present again, you need to give again. But the syllabus content of each paper is more or less same in any international course also. So if somebody will think that international course easier to pass, that's a wrong notion. Because since last 15 to 17 years, I am teaching all international courses only. And those who are doing, and the teacher knows whether the international course are easier or not. You will think that, sir, international course, the passing percentage is very good, 40, 45, 50% around. And Indian courses is around approximately average 10 to 15%. Sir, in Indian courses, the passing percentage will also be 40-50% if it will be a paper-wise exam. It is a group-wise exam. Because of that, the problem is there. The syllabus content is not less. I can say one thing, in international courses, the course is more practical oriented. The mugging up things, the, what do you say, boring things are less. Even though theories are there, but they are asked and the student need to answer in a case study format in a practical oriented way. Because the international courses are more practical oriented as compared to Indian courses. Why I am saying this? I have taught Indian courses also for more than 15 years. Because I have taught for more than 30 years now. So for that reason, half part of my life gone into Indian courses and the second half is in the international courses. So the way the approach the international courses are applying in asking the questions in preparation are more practical oriented, I will say more interesting. And in the international courses, the exam structures are flexible. The exam frequency is very high. So even though if sometime a student couldn't pass, they don't need to wait for 6 months, 1 year to give the exams. The exams are frequently having, and if you couldn't pass, you can again appear very fast. So your time will not be lost and you will be able to complete in a, what do you say, short duration of time. But that is not the notion that you don't need to study and you can pass the exam without proper efforts. Not a single student in my life in international courses cleared the exams without being proper preparation. When the students are appearing for the exams, I know whether they will pass or not. 95%. Because I am teaching them, I know how much they have studied, whether they belong to pass category or fail category. And it's not that in international courses, students are not failing. They are. But if the student is working, like most of you are working, and many times a student says that, sir, I have job, 10 to 12 hours. I'm saying 14 hours include going to office and coming back. Then also in balance 10 hours, you need to study. And if you can't study, you will not be able to pass international courses also. So first thing, keep in your mind that you can do international course along with job, along with other responsibilities, because paper-wise exam, you focus on one subject at a time. So if you give properly, effectively 2 hours regular study, any international course you can pass. And you need to study properly. You need to solve papers, mock papers. You need to give 100% to pass the exam, then only you will be passing. Then what are the opportunities you will be getting by doing this CPA US and enrolled agent? Like in India, we have CA. Similarly, from US, we have US Chartered Accountancy, US CPA. And this US CPA, is certification in Chartered Accountancy offered by American Institute of Certified Public Accountants, which is a body established around 250 years earlier. Our CA Institute in India is around 65 years old, 1949, so you can say 70 years approximately. But this is a 250-year-old institute. This is the oldest chartered body. And they have around 8 lakh plus members. Our CA Institute members, I don't remember exactly, around 3.5 lakh. And this is a global body, international body, have members of around 8 lakh plus. Students from 150 plus countries doing this chartered accountancy course. The reason being that we always say US is a superpower and they have their business all over the world. Whether the Indians are doing business there, whether the US companies are doing business in India and globally. The things which are going on in the market, Trump duty, this, that and all, that's always will be going. You can't stop. But then US is superpower and the business with US of all over the world is happening. So US companies, those which are registered in US or US companies registered in India or US companies have a business relationship with India, then they want CPA certified persons. Because in the course, they are teaching US tax, US laws, US regulations, US Sarbanes-Oxley Act, US auditing standards, US GAAP, all the things are US concentrated. Which is, you can say, whether any regulation in US, it is the topmost type of things in the world. Because in India also we have regulations, laws, taxes, accounting standard, Indian accounting standard, many things. They are actually following the US laws, regulations and everything. So if you are doing a US course, you will be getting global opportunities. You will be getting opportunities in India. You will be getting opportunities in the entire world. Obviously, you will be getting better opportunities in US, Canada. You will say, why Canada? Because Trump is fighting with Canada. That's just, you can say 1 or 2 years. Different ministers, president are coming, have a different policy. But US, Canada has normally many types of common regulation, laws, things and all that. So when the person do US CPA, then they have the possibility to go there, to stay there, to work there, earn very good and can enjoy a very good life. And they are from India, all the big four, even I will say other than big four in India, you know that our GDP is mainly driven by service industry. We have already in India 1200 plus global capability centers, GCC. And they are basically the back office of US, UK, so many countries, companies' back offices for service purpose. Because the same work in US will be costing say 2 lakh rupees to be paid to a staff. But in India, that can be done at 30 to 40,000 to be paid to that staff. So all the world and even US companies are opening their back-end office in India, and accounting, finance, regulation, tax, all these matters are handled from India. Even there are, what I should say, there are freelancing websites. If you want, I can give you detail. All are sorted out. There you can fill up the form and you can register with those websites and you will get hourly basis jobs in taxation, regulation, in US GAAP. And initially the hour-wise remuneration $20 to $30 per hour. But if you perform well, then in that case you will be getting $50, $60, even $80 per hour also. Not easy to get. You need to prove your worth. But then if you have the skills and knowledge, you can do your own work. You don't need to be employed anywhere. So it's, you can say, a global passport, that if you have an international qualification like CPA, then it's globally renowned. You have the opportunities in India. Globally, you can become a freelancer or you can work in so many types of multinational companies, US companies, Indian companies who have relations with US and they need to solve the problems of the US individuals, corporate and all that. Then in that case, that CPA is creating value budge. And it's not now, it's, I will say, around 25, 30 years back also, around 90s, till 2025, 35 years. The number of students giving exams for US CPA from India are increasing at a growth rate of around 35 to 40% every year. Year after year, this is the growth rate in CPA course from India. Earlier, before Corona, the exams for CPA course were there in Dubai only, not in India. The students were doing the course, studying in India, and they were going in Dubai to give the exams. But now from Corona, the exams are started in India and students are giving exams in India, Kolkata, Delhi. They don't need to travel anywhere. So the flexibility is further increased and the exams will always be conducted in India. The difficult part in CPA is it is not applicable for everybody. You need to satisfy certain criteria, certain credit hours, certain eligibility criteria, then only you can do the CPA course. So for that reason, it is no free entry course. You need to fulfill the criteria. What are those criteria? I will explain. Then the exams are multiple choice. Generally, the common notion in the students, multiple choice. Jai Mata Di Allah. Nahi hota hai aisa. Multiple choice is the most difficult exam in the world. So US CPA exams are very difficult because they are entirely multiple choice based. And pass marks is around 75% out of 100. It's not easy to crack. There are simulation, one scenario, 5, 6, 7 questions. There are many questions, many types of questions are there which require a very rigorous conceptual knowledge to the students. And it's costly. Out of all the international courses, CPA is a good costly course. Costly in the sense, including institute charges, training classes, material, it costs around 3.8 to 4 lakh. That too also the dollar value, what will be the value of the dollar, nobody knows. And it requires around 12 to 18 months commitment. I'm not saying it cannot be done in 12 months. But if the course is done in, say, 100 students, and out of 100, 70 are completing the course. Out of 70, more than 90% takes around 18 months to complete the course. So the average time the students are taking is around 18 months. Exams are held regularly every day. But still preparation of one subject at least require 3-4 months of regular intrinsic study of 2.5 hours. And along with jobs, another responsibility, you can give that much time only. So it takes around 12 to 18 months to complete the course. So its good part is there. But you can say that the bad part, the cost and all that, other things are also there. For enrolled agent, this is offered by IRS, Internal Revenue Services US, like we have in India, Income Tax Department. But Indian Income Tax Department is not offering any course. But in US, the Internal Revenue Services of US offered course called Enrolled Agent. And this enrolled agent covers entire syllabus of US taxation, US tax laws. In US tax laws, individual taxation, corporate taxation, tax planning and everything. And when you complete the exams of enrolled agent, then you can file the income tax return for US individuals, corporate, S Corp, C Corp, partnership. You can give them the taxation advice, tax planning, and you can appear in front of the court online on behalf of the client. Everything you are certified as a CPA. Whatever a CPA can do, an enrolled agent can do for the clients in front of URS, everything, signing the income tax return and everything. In India, income tax return, audit and all that can be done only by CA. But in US, it can be done by enrolled agent. So, persons in India, because we have in India so much work relating to US, that's endless. And there is a good demand of enrolled agent. As I said, in CPA, there are 30 to 35% growth in the number of students. In enrolled agent, the growth in the number of students for last 5 years is 100% plus. Just that one problem, enrolled agent exam is not there in entire India. It is exam every day, regular exams. But then exams are there only 3 places. One is Bangalore, one is Delhi, and one more other place. In Kolkata, no exam. So if the exam you need to give for enrolled agent, you need to go in India somewhere where the exams are there. And since the exam centers are limited, so a student need to book the exam in advance. If they delay, the seats filled up quite significantly. So whenever you need to always put up in your computer laptop a reminder that whenever the exam window open for a different terms, it happens entire year. Then you get the intimation and you book at that moment only. It's advisable because otherwise the seats will fill up and you will not. But this thing will change in 6 months as per my knowledge. Not that I've talked with the IRS authority, but I understand. Since demand is increasing, the demand will be fulfilled by giving them the supply. So the exam centers will increase. But as on today, there are 3 exam centers only in India. Exam centers are there in Middle East, Dubai and all that. I'm not questioning. But limited exam centers are there for enrolled agent. So that's the problem. But enrolled agent has very good opportunities of getting the jobs, doing freelancing in US taxation matters and huge demand. So people, those who know and have done some research, they know that what is the benefit of doing enrolled agent. It's a certificate by IRS, not very costly, cheap, and you will be able to get many opportunities by doing enrolled agent. In CPA, there is one subject called REG, regulation. Under regulation, 80% is taxation. And then in CPA, there is an elective paper. There also there is a taxation paper, TCP. That is also pure taxation. If you cover CPA, the REG and TCP, it is enrolled agent syllabus only, 95% plus, same common. So you can see that if you are doing CPA anyhow, you need to study the entire regulation. And in enrolled agent, you are just studying the US regulations only, US tax regulations only. So AICPA, CPA offered by AICPA, 4 exams. Enrolled agent offered by IRS, 3 exams. Duration for CPA is around 12 to 18 months. And for enrolled agent, the duration is 6 to 9 months, maybe maximum 12 months. We can say one exam in 3 months. So 9 months. In CPA, the focus area is accounting, auditing, taxation, finance, management accounting, all the things. But in enrolled agent, it is only taxation. Globally recognized both the things. This is recognized globally in terms of US taxation. The career path by doing ACCA, like Indian Chartered Accountancy, Auditor, CFO, CEO, Controller, Ethical Controller and all that. And here tax expert, tax representative. If I will go slightly further into this about these two programs. So first of all, suppose we talk of CPA, the things which are not written there. In CPA, we say that sorry. There is a concept of credit hours. What is credit hours? 1 year of graduation is treated as 30 credit hour. Now the graduation in India is 4 years. So 30 into 4, 120 credit hours. But earlier, like we have all who are there in the session, they have done the graduation 3 years. So it is 90 credit hours. With 90 credit hour, you are not eligible to go for CPA directly. There is nothing that you can't do, but directly you are not eligible because 120 credit hour is not there. We are saying that normally the US CPA course is saying that to get that 120 credit hour, along with BCom, you need to do some masters. You join the masters course and complete 1 year. So you will be getting 30 credit hour with the master, so it becomes 120. Or if you have done CA Inter, CMA Inter, CS Inter in India, that is treated as 30 credit hour, you will be getting 120 credit hour. If you have done already MCom, like initially somebody said I have done MCom, then you have already MCom 2 years masters, so it is 90 plus 60, 150 credit hour, more than 120. Suppose somebody has done graduation not in commerce, even they will be eligible, but they need to do the bridge course. There are in India, when we do CA, then it is governed by CA body, ICAI, Institute of Chartered Accountants of India. Whether you do CA from Kolkata, from Chennai, from Bangalore, from Mumbai, the same rules are applicable. But in US, there are 56 states. The course will be conducted by AICPA, exam will be taken by AICPA, but the student need to register from any of the 56 states. And for different states, different rules are there for registering with the AICPA CPA course. Now, when we register from India, we register either through Montana, Alaska. Just now Trump and Putin had a meeting in Alaska only. Or there is Guam, or there is California. Why I am saying these states? Because these states have relaxed rule to enter in the CPA course. The entry by different states are different credit hours. Normally these are written as a general. So if somebody is not a graduate in commerce, even that will be possible. But that person need to do bridge course, some diploma, some masters, postgraduate course to be done. There are many courses offered by different universities in India to go get those credit hours. Amity University and many. But we should be doing that course where the cost is lower and we will be getting the proper credit so that we will be able to enroll in CPA course. You can do that course along with the CPA study. That is not a problem. But you will be allowed to give exam for CPA when you complete that much credit hours. Then you can enter into the course. So there are many students with us and many training providers. Those who are not eligible, they join the bridge course and then along with that they are studying CPA. The bridge course includes mostly the CPA curriculum only. But then you need to do that bridge course to be eligible. If you have done BCom and scored first division, then there are many states in US which are saying that for first division you are getting 30 additional credit hour, like Guam. If you register in CPA course through Guam state, then 3-year BCom with first division is 90 plus 30, 120 credit hours. So there are different rules. When the student will give their documents, we will be able to check and we will be able to help the student that whether they need to do a bridge course or not to go for eligible for the CPA course. It's not a tension. Nobody is not that cannot do. But whatever the criteria are there, they need to be fulfilled to be enrolled with the CPA course. And once you pass the exams, you need to get the membership. Membership is called in CPA license. CPA license holder. In India, for CA, we say when complete, we get CA membership. In US, we say CPA license. For licensing, generally, we require 150 credit hour. For appearing for exam, 120. But for getting the license, 150, you will say further 30 credit hour. We can say that 30 credit hour can be manageable with work experience also, what you have done and all that. So students need to focus for appearing for the exams, for registration with the course, for getting the license, the things can be managed. But if you don't register, how you will appear for the exams? So 120 credit hour is must. You can say that if normal BCom, then some additional thing to be done. If MCom, Master, CA, Inter and all that done, then in that case, nothing to be done, you are eligible. And if you are non-commerce graduate, then in that case, something definitely need to be done. Then only you will be eligible for CPA course. In CPA, there are 4 exams, as I said. The first 3 papers are compulsory. FAR, which is focusing on US GAAP accounting, auditing, regulation, which is tax and some US laws. These are 3 compulsory papers. And there are 3 optional. You need to select only one. Out of the 3, you need to give one. TCP is taxation, BAR is finance and management accounting, ISC is information IT. Normally, the students are either going for TCP, they want to get advanced knowledge in taxation, or they are going for finance or management accounting. Students are generally not selecting this. This they started in 2024 only. Earlier, there was no choices. So total 4 exams. Each exam will be of 4 hours and 100 marks and around 75 marks to pass the exams. And each are purely multiple choice exam. Nothing, no essay type, all multiple choice questions. The institute charges this $225 has increased to $240, $15 increased. And the CPA exam fees has not increased in last 1 year. That is still there. So you can see that this is coming 3,100 and approximately you can see $75. But then this does not include somebody. Suppose for CPA, when you register, you need to register on the NASBA website, which will cost you $240. Then before, suppose you are registering on the website through Guam state. Your registration will be done in 2 months. It will take 2.5 months. Once you submit your documents and all that with courier also, physical documents also, to be sent to US. It takes 2.5 months to confirm your registration. And once the registration is done, then they will ask you to fill a form on the respective state. Suppose Guam form, which will charge $50, $70. That is not written here because different state has different charges. Then when you appear for the exam, book the exam, there are some additional charges. Normally, we say that it is approximately around $100 to $150 more, and plus $225 becomes $240. So you can say that it is around $3,400. Now, if we consider $1 as around 85 rupees approximately, then it will be coming around 3 lakh rupees. So 3 lakh rupees payable by you to CPA Institute, not to anybody else. Anybody in the world need to pay this. If you give exam in US, then the international taxation fees $1560 not required. But then going to US and coming back will be costing more than this, because you cannot give all the 4 exams in one go, maybe 2 at a time. So 2 times going to US, coming back, more than $1560 only. So people generally don't go to US, they give exam where they are, and the international testing fee required. You don't need to go into the component of the fees. The total fees is around INR 3 lakh. And then our training class is around 50,000. And the material, we need to buy certified material. which is certified by US CPA Institute. There are 𝐿IME, there are 𝐸𝐸, there is Wiley, there is Becker. All the materials are good. We are using 𝐿IME material. The 𝐿IME material premium package cost around 50,000. So 50,000 plus 50,000 training class, around 1 lakh, and 3 lakh here. The total cost will be around 4 lakh to do CPA course. And that too in around 12 to 18 months. Because you can say you join the classes, you buy the material, 1 lakh gone. You give $240 to register. And then whenever you give exam, the exam fees will be paper by paper. And in between there are some additional dollar charges that will be there. So total will be coming around 4 lakh, and it will take 12 to 18 months to complete the course. If we go in enrolled agent, in enrolled agent, the eligibility, no eligibility, just 18 years of age. What qualification? No qualification. 18 years of age, no qualification. There is a registration of $20, and there is an exam fees for each exam. It is now $267, I think, not $259. They have increased. So 267 into 3 exams are there. The total will be coming approximately 65 to 70,000 INR. This is what, in every course, once you qualify, you need to pay every year membership fee. Even in CPA also, there is a licensing fee, which is not added here. So that is not a cost of the course. That is after the course, to remain as member, every year you need to pay this. Cost of the course is this, around 65 to 70,000. Again, our training classes and material will cost you around 65,000. Here we are using 𝐸𝐸 material. Material cost 20,000, training classes 40,000, total is around 60,000. So to do this course, the total cost is around 1,25,000 to 1,30,000. And it will take around 1 year to complete, 6 to 9 months, approximately 1 year. For CPA and enrolled agent, exams are held entire year. Just that in enrolled agent, March and April exams are not there. Why? US tax laws changes every year, so they can't conduct exam for 2 months in a year, March, April. Similarly, in CPA, the tax paper exam not held in March and April. The tax paper depends upon tax laws. But other exams are happening in CPA for entire year. So this is also entire year, that also entire year. There are 3 exams, all are taxation. There are 4 exams, 1 taxation, 1 accounts, 1 audit, and other one is depend upon your choice. In CPA, there are stringent requirement to enroll in the course. And in enrolled agent, the stringent requirements are not there. It is everybody is eligible, just 18 years of age is required. Then you can say that how we will be able to help you to do these courses. In CPA and enrolled agent, I am not taking the classes. We have Mr. Samarth Bhatia who is taking the classes. But other than CPA and EA, since I am taking all the courses classes, so suppose I am teaching from Saturday accounting, IFRS, and IFRS and US GAAP is 80% same. So I ask the student to attend those IFRS classes, 80% far done. Suppose in other courses I am teaching auditing in ACCA. I am asking CPA student to attend those auditing classes, 80% done. Suppose a student is doing bar, finance and management accounting. I am teaching in every course. So you can say that I will be able to handle the students other than the taxation part in other courses. But then for CPA, the separate batch is running always entire year. The classes are Friday evening 8 to 10 and Sunday morning 8 to 10 a.m. Friday evening 8 to 10 p.m. and Sunday morning 8 to 10 a.m. Continuously the classes will run for 4 months, 1 subject each. So students will be able to complete 4 just 16 in 16 months. If the student do recordings of some earlier classes, they can do faster. And in my case, suppose you have any doubt, even though I am not taking the classes intrinsically for CPA, but you can ask me doubts always. I am always controlling. So my direct interference is not there in the CPA classes. but my indirect interference and all support will be there from my side. And you can say that I very much understand with what pain or what problem the student is facing, what issues are there, how can we help them? Because as my whole life has gone into teaching only, and I will be doing this only in my balanced life also. I'm fully satisfied, whatever I'm doing. So you will be getting full support in all the matters. And if you give us commitment that you will be regularly studying for 2 hours on an average, you will be able to clear CPA and enrolled agent with us. It's all personal touch, all one-to-one support. Maybe in a batch you are there, but you can ask your doubts anytime. For our training classes, you can go for EMI facility without any interest. If you give us your PAN card, Aadhaar card, and 3 months bank statement, loan will be approved within 1 day, 24 hours. And then you can pay the loan money in 6 months, 6 months EMI, no interest. So that our fees, but institute fees you need to pay from your own pocket only, or you can go for the loan for institute fees also at your own level. Whatever documents required by banks, we will be able to give you. So it's, you can say that since teaching is my passion and I'm doing that only, always there to help you with full guidance, full support. Always you have already all, you have my number. You can always connect with us for any of the doubts. We are already running in our batches the taxation part, and from Saturday we are starting the FAR part. And in the taxation you can see that suppose some of the classes which is done, you will be getting backup. You will be able to ask doubts from that and you will be able to start your journey. We have completed around 10-15% of the REG part and accounts is starting. So you can take your call, and in total I can say that if you want to make your career in accounting, regulatory things, US taxation, US regulation, auditing, then in that case this is one of the best course. Not because I am teaching, because in India and all over the world there are thousands who are teaching. And you can do research on your own, because nowadays it's very open-ended things everywhere in the world. And you can take your call whether you should be doing or not. As far as our case is concerned, on YouTube, my YouTube channel, Samarth Bhatia video is there. You can see whether you are liking its teaching style or not. No hidden thing. And at the same time, my support, I have on my YouTube channel more than 1000 videos of 3 hours each for different subjects, account, finance, auditing, taxes, and different things. You can check, you can analyze your comfort, compare with others, the fees and everything. And if you find we are better than others and you want to do CPA, you can proceed. Full support you will be getting. Now, if anybody has anything to ask, any question, then you are free to ask whatever you have. As I said, Somit Tandon ji, maybe you joined late, कि anybody who is advising in India to Indian clients, income tax return filing, tax planning, then if there is any problem, scrutiny, then appearing to the court on behalf of client, all the things you will be able to do for US clients, US individuals, US corporate, S Corp, C Corp, US trust. You will be able to file their return. You will be able to do the tax audit for them. You will be able to do tax planning. You will be able to appear in front of the court on behalf of the client by doing US taxation. So the Big Four and others, those who are hiring in India, they want a US certified person, taxation certified person. And those who are doing freelancing jobs for US clients, they need to have this qualification. That is the benefit key. If you are a practitioner doing practice in India, you will be able to get opportunities for US clients. And nowadays it is not difficult. It can, I'm not saying it is on a plate, the fruits is there, you will eat not. You need to work hard. But then the things can be managed by doing this. Which one? You can do CPA after BCom, but only with BCom 3 years, you need to have some masters. Na? So you can join some masters after BCom, and then along with that, you can start CPA. For freelancing, I will share the websites name which are very, very famous in the world, in India. You register by giving your CV there. They will start giving you work. You need to prove your work, then you get better work. That is freelancing, sir. So I will give you all the links of those websites where the freelancing jobs are there. You can do CPA only after BCom, but if pure BCom, no first division, along with BCom, master need to be done. You join masters and along with that, you can start study for CPA. That can be possible. But without graduation, you can't do, sir. Minimum qualification is graduation for CPA. For enrolled agent, no qualification, 18 years of age, no qualification. Yes, Ijazul, Sachi, Tinku, Hers.
Oh. Is there any alternative time for Friday? 8 to 10 are my working
Yes,
hours.
I understand, because you understand that suppose I am taking on Sunday. Even student says that, sir, Sunday मेरे को problem है, तो कहाँ लाए यार?
Morning batch possible then because my office starts from 1:30 p.m.
I understand. You understand that. कि when I will do morning, then also students has a problem. कि भाई सर मेरे को 8 बजे ऑफिस के लिए निकलना पड़ता है, तो हम लोग जानबूझ के इवनिंग में रखें कि मॉर्निंग में स्टूडेंट लोग कंप्लेन करते हैं, और एक संडे रख लिए, सैटरडे भी रख सकते हैं, बट क्या होता है 2 डेज कंटिन्यूअस होने से स्टूडेंट सेल्फ स्टडी नहीं हो पाता. So for that reason, it's difficult to change the time. We can change the days. मान लीजिए फ्राइडे के बदले थर्सडे किया जा सकता है. Others will not create problem. But if you do morning, others will start shouting. क्या
Then I
करें?
have to see the recorded wala Friday because working hours not possible to attend.
You are doing the work from home only, है ना?
Yeah, work from home. Yeah.
There are many students in my courses. Those last week only Saturday I was in CMA US batch, and I asked many how much hours. So many of them said that कि सिर्फ मेरा वर्क स्टार्ट होता है 2 बजे 3 बजे और रात को 12 बजे तक चलता है. तो मैं बोला आप क्लास कैसे कर रहे हैं? तो वो लोग बोले कि सर हम लोग तो वर्क फ्रॉम होम है ना, दोनों स्क्रीन खुला हुआ है, बाई चांस कुछ जरूरत होगा तो आपकी क्लास के लिए रुक जाएंगे. तो आप पूरा नहीं मिस करिए, लेकिन चेष्टा करिए कि दोनों मैनेज हो. एक ही दिन का बात है, 2 आवर्स. अंडरस्टैंड?
Okay.
वर्क फ्रॉम होम, एक स्क्रीन खुला हुआ है, एक वो खुला हुआ है. काम ऑफिस का आएगा, इधर थोड़ा रुक जाइएगा. और अगर काम नहीं, आप स्क्रीन खुलकर रखे हैं, पढ़ाई भी कर लीजिए. आई थिंक मैनेजेबल है ना?
अभी मैनेजेबल है बट जनवरी टू मार्च मैनेजेबल नहीं होगा.
मानता हूं मैं, हो सकता है कि अभी भी कोई दिन मैनेजेबल नहीं.
हाँ.
कुछ बोला तुरंत तुरंत अभी करके दीजिए, तो आप थोड़ी ना बोलेंगे मैं पढ़ देंगे, तो फिर वो क्लास आपको बैकअप. बिकॉज आप एक बात सोचिए, सपोज संडे आप फ्री, क्या ऐसा गारंटी है हर संडे आप 8 o'clock क्लास करेंगे? बिलीव करिए नहीं. कोई दिन कहीं पर संडे को निकलना है बाहर, कोई गेट टुगेदर है फ्रेंड्स लोग के साथ, कुछ भी होता ही रहता है ना यार. तो अगर बाई चांस कोई क्लास नहीं कर रहे हैं, बैकअप सारी क्लासेस का है, आप बैकअप करके डाउट पूछ सकते हैं. बट एक रूटीन जो चलता है ना, उसको चेंज करना बहुत मुश्किल होता है. बात ये.
And what are the steps? मतलब steps to send the documents to US? Because I tried one
No,
time,
no,
but
no.
was a lot of
That is
confusion.
not the step. The step is that first of all you go on NASBA website.
Hmm.
मैं दिखा दूंगा, नासबा के वेबसाइट पे आप जाओगे, वहां पर आपको पूरा फॉर्म भरना है. 10 पेज का फॉर्म है, उसमें सारा डिटेल, बिकॉज वो हम लोग भरेंगे तो हम लोग को डिटेल बार बार आपसे पूछना पड़ेगा. तो आप भरोगे, जो भी प्रॉब्लम होगी मेरे स्टाफ हेल्प कर देंगे. तो आप भरोगे, भरने के बाद उसमें $240 पे करना हो, पे कर दो क्रेडिट कार्ड से. एक रिसीट आएगा, प्रिंट आउट ले लोगे. अब है, आपने बीकॉम किया है, मास्टर्स किया है, जो भी किया है, उसका ट्रांसक्रिप्ट चाहिए. नॉर्मली इंडिया में ट्रांसक्रिप्ट नहीं दिया जाता है, तो आपको ट्रांसक्रिप्ट यूनिवर्सिटी से या जो भी आपने किया वहां से मांगना पड़ेगा. ट्रांसक्रिप्ट एक सिंगल पेज में आपका डिग्री लिखा हुआ रहेगा. वो ट्रांसक्रिप्ट आपको सील्ड इनवेलप में लेना है, और इनवेलप पे आप नाजबा जहां भेजना है वहां का एड्रेस प्रिंट करवा लोगे ट्रांसक्रिप्ट वाले से. ट्रांसक्रिप्ट का 2 कॉपी लोगे, एक अपने पास रख लेना, एक इनवेलप में डालकर लेना. वो ट्रांसक्रिप्ट, आपका एड्रेस आईडी प्रूफ, आपका जो 240 का रिसीट है, वो सारा चीज एक पूरे इन्वेलप में डालकर आप यूएस कोरियर करोगे। यानी कि आपने ऑनलाइन फॉर्म भरा, ट्रांसक्रिप्ट अरेंज किया एंड यू विल बी सेंडिंग टू यूएस नासबा।
और डिग्री का भी कॉपीज लगेगा?
किसका?
एमकॉम बीकॉम का डिग्री
सब
का भी?
चाहिए, सबका कॉपी नहीं, माने आपको ट्रांसक्रिप्ट चाहिए, उनको नहीं चाहिए मार्कशीट वगैरह।
ओके।
ट्रांसक्रिप्ट आपको माने जहां से एमकॉम बीकॉम किया वहां जाके लाना पड़ेगा, 2 बार 4 बार घुमाएंगे, कुछ पैसा भी लेंगे, 100-200 रुपया। और फिर वो लोग ट्रांसक्रिप्ट आपको बनाकर एनवेलप में डाल कर देंगे। वो एनवेलप को सील्ड रहने देना, खोलना नहीं। वो सिंगल पेज उसके अंदर रहेगा और उसके अलावा आपका एड्रेस, आईडी प्रूफ वगैरह और सारा चीज और जो 240 का रिसीट है एक साथ यूएस भेजना है। यानी कि ऑनलाइन फॉर्म भी भरा आपने और फिजिकल डॉक्यूमेंट यूएस कुरियर कर दिए, और फिर 1.5-2 महीना रुकना पड़ेगा। जब 1.5-2 महीना बाद उनका रिप्लाई आएगा, कोई डॉक्यूमेंट मिसिंग है आप दे देंगे, कुछ नहीं मिसिंग है, मैं ऐसे ही बात कर रहा हूं, और वो लोग आपको बोलेंगे कि आपका इस स्टेट के थ्रू रजिस्ट्रेशन हो गया, और वो स्टेट का लिंक देंगे आपको वो लोग। वो लिंक पे जाकर आप फिर से एक फॉर्म भरोगे उस स्टेट का, मान लीजिए गुआ, तो गुआ स्टेट का फॉर्म भरोगे आप। वो फॉर्म भरने के टाइम पे फिर से कुछ $50-60 लगेगा, अलग अलग स्टेट का अलग अलग चार्जेस। आप जब वो पे कर दिए, अब आप कभी भी चाहे एग्जाम बुक कर सकते हो। तो जब आप एग्जाम बुक करोगे, पेमेंट करोगे एग्जाम फीस ऑनलाइन, पेमेंट करने के बाद आपको लिंक दिया जाएगा इंस्टीट्यूट से। वो लिंक से आपको जहां एग्जाम अपीयर करना है, जहां भरना है, वहां का डेट वगैरह अवेलेबिलिटी के अनुसार एग्जाम फॉर्म भरेंगे और फिर एग्जाम देंगे जाकर।
कुछ मैक्सिमम टाइम लिमिट भी है क्या रजिस्ट्रेशन के बाद, कितने मंथ्स में कंप्लीट करना ही है,
पहले
अदरवाइज फिर से पेमेंट करना पड़ेगा?
पहले था कि 18 मंथ्स के अंदर कोर्स हो जाना चाहिए, लेकिन इंस्टीट्यूट ने
फ्रॉम द डेट ऑफ
फ्रॉम द
रजिस्ट्रेशन
डेट ऑफ
ऑफ
फर्स्ट
फर्स्ट एग्जाम?
रजिस्ट्रेशन, लेकिन अभी 3 साल कर दिया उन्होंने। तो मैं ऐसा बोलता हूं सीपीए 3 साल में नहीं होगा, होएगा ही नहीं, फिर यही बात समझिए। आपने तो वैसे भी 18 मंथ्स पकड़ रहे डबल,
हाँ।
तो उसमें भी नहीं होगा, फिर तो गया ना। ये है कि जैसे मान लीजिए आपने एग्जाम फॉर्म भरा है, पेमेंट कर दिया, तो अब आप एग्जाम को कैंसिल नहीं कर सकते, अब आपको उस दिन एग्जाम देना होगा। आप एग्जाम भरे ही नहीं हो तो बात अलग, दैट्स अ डिफरेंट थिंग, बट यू फिल्ड अप द एग्जाम फॉर्म, यू कांट कैंसिल योर एग्जाम।
और ट्रांसक्रिप्ट फॉर्म का कोई सैंपल होगा तो इजी होगा, बिकॉज मैं फिल करने का
हर
कोशिश कर रही
यूनिवर्सिटी
थी,
हर
मुझे
यूनिवर्सिटी
डिफिकल्टी हो
ट्रांसक्रिप्ट
रही थी।
वर्ड बोलने से ही समझ जाएगा,
हाँ,
उनका
मैंने
अपना।
कलेक्ट कर लिया है, बट मुझे फिल करके उनको देना है।
नहीं, वो लोग जिस फॉर्मेट में देंगे आपको वही लेना होगा, आप उसको नहीं बोल सकते ऐसा दो।
नहीं नहीं, वो
कैलकाटा यूनिवर्सिटी अलग बनाता है, एमकॉम वाला अलग बनाता है, चेन्नई वाला, सब लोग अपना अपना स्टाइल से बनाते हैं।
हाँ, वो मैंने कलेक्ट कर लिया है, बट उसमें जो
हाँ,
इन्फॉर्मेशन है वो मुझे ही फिल करके कॉलेज को देना है और यूनिवर्सिटी को देना है, तो वो फिल करने में मेरे को दिक्कत आ रही थी।
मैंने फिर तो आपको यही सब भरना होगा ना, कब दिया एग्जाम, क्या नंबर आए, यही सब बोल रहे हो।
हाँ, बट मुझे उसमें थोड़ा एक्चुअली दिक्कत हो रहा था, वो थोड़ा कंफ्यूजिंग था,
क्या
इसलिए
यहाँ
मैं।
दिक्कत हो रहा था पूछ लीजिए, स्क्रीनशॉट देकर हम लोग को व्हाट्सएप में पूछ लीजिए कि मैं क्या करूं, बता देंगे हम लोग, क्या प्रॉब्लम।
ठीक ठीक।
बिकॉज ज्यादातर आपको समझ, कोई 1-2 जगह ऐसा हो रहा होगा आपको नहीं समझ में आ रहा, बता देंगे आपको, क्या टेंशन है, कोई इशू नहीं।
ठीक ठीक।
लेकिन ट्रांसक्रिप्ट ही उनको भेजना होगा, उनको मार्कशीट ये सब नहीं भेज सकते, वो नहीं लेंगे। बिकॉज यूएस वाला लोग एक सिंगल पेज के ऊपर डिग्री का सर्टिफिकेशन चाहता है, और ट्रांसक्रिप्ट का मतलब होता है 1 सिंगल पेज सर्टिफिकेट। वैसा कि आपने अलग अलग सेमेस्टर एग्जाम दिया, भैया 6 सेमेस्टर का एग्जाम रिजल्ट नहीं चाहिए, बस एक पेज में लिखा होना चाहिए क्या है, बस खत्म, वैसा।
ठीक। थैंक यू।
और भाई, यस मिस्टर हर्ष, यस इजाजुल, टेल मी, either in chat or unmute yourself and then say. Typing will take time, you can unmute yourself and speak, no problem sir. Don't know why, because I have not controlled mute system. I can, but I always take the session like that. Student can unmute themselves and can speak out anytime. like Sachi was doing. I have not done anything for you also, sir. You need to go in front of your name. Beside your name, there is an audio sign. Click on that audio. It will say unmute, unmute. That. This is the only way, sir. If the updates of EA in months of March and April, then how we do preparation in these 2 months? No updates. I am saying that enrolled agent exams are full entire year. But in the month of March and April, there are no exams. You were saying that the income tax law changes. In income tax, India also law changes every year. So in 24 law, 25 law is totally 100% different. No, sir. Some slabs, some this and that changes. So when the March, April changes are there, and suppose you have given part 1, part 2 exam, part 3 is left. So whatever the changes applicable will be taught to you for part 3. And if you have not given any exam, suppose whatever changes are there, we will cover up. It's not that the changes will take 5 months. The changes, whatever there, will be taught in within 1 hour, sir. Just that you cannot give exam in March, April, because they change. So that changes need to be incorporated, then the exams starts. So whatever the changes will be there in March, April will be taught to the students in the classes, sir. No problem, sir. It's a normal rule, sir. In any course, taxation, anywhere in the world, this is the rule, sir. Because I said in CPA also the taxation part exam not held in March and April. The same reason. So somebody has studied, say, the taxation in CPA and has not given exam and now giving exam after March, April in May. So whatever changes are there will be updated to the students. Will be taught whatever slab and all that changes. It's not that income tax law is changing. Law remains same. Whatever the changes are there will be taught to the students in the classes. In job, the income will starts from the same day. But in business, the income will take time. So business may be more rewarding in the long term. But in the beginning, you need to invest. Still after doing the course. For that reason, in India, CA, 99.5% students who complete CA go for job, not for practice. So they can't do audit and practice and all that. But those who go for practice, they will not be able to earn for 6 months to 1 year. Because still they need to invest. So if you want to earn from the next same month, you need to go for job only, sir. That's the difference. But the scope of practice is far greater than job. Job will give you fixed income. And practice will give you unlimited income. The syllabus for taxation will change for part 1, part 2, part 3 all. Whatever tax laws, they will change. So whatever the changes are there and whichever exam is left, if that is taught in the class, amendment class will be given for that. So no tension, sir. Just now before the session, somebody messaged me, sir, I am confused ACC or CPA. Again, I cannot say ACCA is good, CPA is bad, CPA is good, ACCA is bad. So decision need to be taken by you. But what are the areas which will be creating the difference that I am saying? In ACCA, the number of exams are more. In CPA, it is less. So you may think that the ACCA will take slightly more time as compared to CPA. Second, in ACCA, the cost is lower than CPA. Third, in ACCA, the investment amount is very gradually distributed. But in CPA, the investment is very fast and in the beginning also high investment. Next, ACCA as compared to CPA, my knowledge says easier to pass because there are essay type question where part marking is there. But in CPA, full multiple choice, so it is difficult to pass. Next, if you want to work in US, Canada, or their related companies, they will prefer only CPA. But Europe, Middle East and all that, they will prefer ACCA. Indian companies having business in both the places, they will accept both. Last, CPA is more and more technical, but ACCA has practical oriented strategic leadership skill things also. Now the decision is yours. Which one you want to do, sir? If the student will go for our training classes fees, EMI 6 months. But if you want to increase from 6 to 9 or 12 months, interest will be charged. Because we are bearing the interest cost if the student go for 6 months EMI. But if the student will increase the EMI for 9, 12 months, then the interest will be beared by the student. And for the institute payment, there is no EMI that we need to do on your own only, sir. Only our training class and materials EMI can be possible. For 1 year, the interest rate is approximately 10%. So if the training classes fees for EA, including material, is say 65,000, add 10% into that. In place of 60, it will become 67,000. That is the difference, sir. But if the student go for 6 months, interest will be beared by us. But only training class and material. Institute charges no EMI, sir. Institute charges need to be paid by the students on their own. Okay? Then anything else?
Sir, in CPA tax paper is optional, right?
The one tax paper is not optional. There are, 1 second. In CPA, once. This REG is taxation and regulation. Taxation is 80%. This is compulsory. For AUD, REG compulsory. But then the other 3 optional, out of that you need to select one. So this TCP is taxation. This bar is finance and management accounting. And this is IT. So if you go here taxation, then this taxation is more. Otherwise you can go for bar. Finance and management accounting, उस पर भी जा सकते हैं. नॉर्मली मैंने देखा स्टूडेंट लोग ऐसी सीपीए कर रहे हैं ना, वो लोग टीसीपी ज्यादा पढ़ रहे हैं.
I don't
बिकॉज
like
उनको
that.
लगता है रेगुलेशन है ना, तो उनको यूएस टैक्सेशन जानने से बेटर रहेगा. हम लोग के जो भी पढ़ रहे हैं सब लोग टीसीपी पढ़ रहे हैं. बात ये, बट हम लोग टीसीपी बार दोनों पढ़ाते हैं, आईएससी नहीं पढ़ाते. आईटी वाला पोर्शन हम पढ़ाते ही नहीं है.
मेरा टैक्स थोड़ा, मुझे टैक्स में दिक्कत होता है बहुत. लाइक
फिर आप बाहर में जाइएगा ऑप्शनल.
बट वो जो कंपल्सरी वाला पेपर है, द टैक्स इज वेरी डिफिकल्ट उसमें.
वो इजी है. ये वाला जो आरएजी है
रेगुलेशन
सिंपलर टैक्सेशन है, लेकिन सिंपलर है. गड़बड़ यहीं पर आता है. तो आप ये वाला जाइएगा ही मत. बेटर
हाँ
है।
मैं आई विल नॉट
हाँ
सिलेक्ट।
यस हाँ।
ठीक है, रेगुलेशन का 80% टैक्स बाबा।
लेकिन वो इजी है सच्ची में, जितने भी स्टूडेंट एग्जाम देते हैं वो लोग बोलते हैं तीनों में सबसे इजी है पास करना। आप सोशल मीडिया में पूछिए विच वन इज द इजीएस्ट पेपर आउट ऑफ कंपल्सरी पेपर, बता देगा सब एकदम 100% बोलेगा आरईजी। तो सब कोई बेवकूफ नहीं है, समझिए इजी है पेपर।
ठीक है।
हाँ
ओके।
ओके। फिर भी अगर किसी को कोई डाउट हो, आई एम ऑलवेज अवेलेबल इफ आई एम टेकिंग सेशन क्लास। आप कॉल करेंगे, मैं बाद में बात कर लूंगा, कोई बात नहीं है, लेकिन आई एम ऑलवेज अवेलेबल। अब क्या होता है, हर 3 महीने में हम लोग सेशन वगैरह लेते रहते हैं, स्टूडेंट को समझाते रहते हैं, बट वी आर स्टार्टिंग फ्रॉम नेक्स्ट थर्सडे अ डिफरेंट थिंग। एवरी थर्सडे 9 to 10 प्राइम टाइम, सम टॉपिक डिस्कशन, हाई मैटर, नॉट फॉर स्टूडेंट्स, फॉर एनीबॉडी। हम नया चालू कर रहे हैं। ये वेबिनार तो सारा हो गया, सभी कोर्सेज का मैंने ले लिया, इवेंट ले लिया। अब नेक्स्ट वीक से थर्सडे चालू रहेगा 9 to 10। सो वो भी अटेंड करना और कर सकते हैं, अच्छा अच्छा डिस्कशन करेंगे अपने। ठीक है। थैंक यू टू ऑल ऑफ यू फॉर अटेंडिंग दिस सेशन, फॉर गिविंग योर टाइम। बट जस्ट द इंपॉर्टेंट पार्ट इज दैट कोई भी चीज केवल सोचते रहने से नहीं होगी। मान लीजिए सीपीए करना है, कब मेरे से करना है, किसी और से करना है, कहां आगे बढ़ी। You need to create opportunities. Opportunities automatically नहीं आएगा. We need to create opportunities, then we will be able to grow. And time is passing like anything. हम लोग पढ़ाना चालू किए थे, 50 साल के हो गए, बोलेगा बहुत टाइम बीत गया। सो टाइम तो रुक रहा नहीं है ना, आज का दिन गया। सो डोंट वेस्ट योर टाइम। You don't want to do no problem, want to do something else, do that man, but don't waste your time. That's my suggestion to all of you. Okay. Thank you. Good night to all of you. And any specific query, we are always there, as I said. No compulsion to join the course with us. आपको कुछ भी जानना है, कोई help चाहिए, believe me, we are 100% there to help you. You want to do self study, no problem. आपको क्लासेस नहीं लगानी, आपको केवल मटेरियल में हेल्प चाहिए, वो भी दे देंगे। मटेरियल आप खुद खरीदोगे, चार्जेस बहुत ज्यादा है, हम सिंस बल्क में खरीदते हैं, चार्जेस बहुत कम है, वही मटेरियल। So if you don't want to, you want to do self study, we can give you material also, no problem. Or we don't want to purchase material also, any help required, we are there. Just I can say this. Okay. Thank you. Tada. Bye bye.